Okay, Assalamu alaikum, hello my students, welcome back to our lessons on ICT. And on today's lesson 3, it's about cell addresses and references. As we said before, on Excel spreadsheet or worksheet, any sheet in Microsoft Excel, it's about a collection of columns and rows. These intersection, these shapes will form or create a table. The shape or form looks like a table. As you can see here from this picture, it looks like a table. Because of that, sometimes we call Microsoft Excel is one of the spreadsheet programs. Now look at the columns. Let me open the window for you. These are the columns. Each column is labeled by its letter A, B, C, D, and so on. So they are alphabetically sorted. Now the column is the vertical area in your sheet, and each column is labeled by a letter. Now horizontally you have some spaces. The horizontal area like this, we call it row. And simple, each row in Microsoft Excel is labeled by a number. So now you can see the intersection, the area in which the column can meet the row. This area we call it cell. On this cell you can enter data, save it. You can make a process on the data by using a formula or a function. You can make some formats and so on. So because of that, when you start using formulas, you need to know the cell address of your data. How can we consider or identify the cell address? Now, as we said before, the area where a column and row meet is called a cell. The address of a cell, any cell, any location in your sheet, is given by the letter which representing the column and the number which representing a row. It looks like a coordinates. So because of that, we say that, or we can say that the cell address includes, or we specify the cell address by column letter with row number. Remember, you have first start with the column letter, then the row number. We don't say 1A, we say A1. A the column, 1 is the row number. As you can see here, this is very important. Always the cell address is always displayed in the name box on the formula bar. As I told you before, why do you use the formula bar? Because it displays the selected, that means where your cursor is located, the selected cell. So in this picture you can see this is the location of the cursor. This is the column and this is the letter. Column B, row 2. So this address is called B2. How can we be sure about that? Go to the formula bar, you will see here it's B2. Now let's try to enter some data here. Now if I click here and I wrote, for example, name, and I press enter, I wrote my name here. Then I went to the next column here, I wrote ICT, and then I press enter and I wrote my mark on ICT, which is 100. This is an enter data. By this way, I'm trying to enter data inside my Excel sheet. And to enter data, you can click using the mouse, or you can move using the mouse, or enter to go down or vertically, or you can use the arrow keys from the keyboard. The easiest way, just click and write. So now on each cell here we enter the data. Now we need to practice to know what doing by cell address. Now if I click in name here, what's the address or the location of the value name? These texts, we call them values or labels because they have been entered by the user. So when I click here on name, look at the formula bar. On the left, which is called name box, it displays A1. What's A1? A1 is the location of the selected area here by the cursor, Excel cursor. It's in column A, row 1. So the location is A1. Now look at the contents of the formula bar. It will show you what's inside this cell. So when I click here, Now I change the address into B1, as you can see from the formula and the name box. Now what's the contents of this cell? It's the word ICT. Now if I click here, this is another location. You can see that also the column letter and the row number, they looks like they are highlighted. This is to show you that the intersection of your cell. To make sure about that, go to the formula bar. On the name box here at the left, you will find the cell address. This is where you click, and on the right side you will find the value which inside your cell. So this is all about the cell references, values, and the contents. How can we use them? Thank you very much. See you next class, inshallah.